the lion actually kind of slips off of the ball, and the mouth closes on her head for a brief second. You can see her kicking and stuff. So her performance fails. I mean, she's unhurt. You know, she's just embarrassed. And Omi, you have won the day against Danica. So next up is Victor Volcano. And he's, swigging down lots of the, alcohol that he uses to spit all of the different fires and flames. And who's going to go against Victor Volcano?
Zero.
Yeah, you guys have had a few
Battle of the Elements
run-ins in the past there, Zero.
Yeah, I light a flame on my hand and just stare at him.
Yeah. Ooh. And he starts to, he's kind of doing some juggles and spitting fire at the same time, and he's got a couple of rings in there, and every time one of the rings goes around, he spits a flame through the ring, and the crowd is enjoying that quite immensely. So what is your act consisting of as you stare at him?
So I just stare down at him, and I still have the flame in my hand, and then it disappears and goes to the next hand, and disappears back and forth. And then I look over to Omi, and I take one of his spoons, and I bend him. And then I bend it back. And whisper to Omi, I'm like, don't worry, your spoon will be fine.
It's not like he doesn't have 1,000 of them on him anyway. And it's VIP passes. Oh,
this is what you get for a VIP show, face-to-face.
What kind of skill check are you going to use for your performance? You can use anything you want, from acrobatics, athletics, diplomacy, thievery. All right.
I tried to give him the help action, but I didn't get a 15. So.
What is the help action? What is that? What is the DC?
Oh, actually, I forgot to add my +4 to that. So usually it's about 15, usually it's 15 for most things.
Okay, and that gives a +2, correct?
+1, unless I crit succeed, then it's a +2.
Okay, then it's 2. Well, that's good, because as you're performing, Zero, everything seems good. So you can add a +2 to your overall performance roll. So what is the finale of your performance?
So I take the flame and I pass it back and forth. And as he spits whatever he's spitting into the air, I just light it up even more.
Ooh, okay, I like that. So give me a performance check, and you can add +3. Sorry, because you get the 2 from your skill check, and you get a bonus from Omi as well.
Oh, I put an effect on there for the 1 point.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Ooh, so yeah, as you go to your spell kind of backlashes a little bit, and nothing happens, and the crowd just kind of goes silent as Fire Eater himself finishes his act and takes a bow in front of you. It looks like he has shown you up for this duel.
That's why it's for VIP only.
So, it looks like you have one successful act, and it also looks like the Celestial Menagerie has a successful act. So, Emu, you
clown, let's do this.
Going up against Jellicoe, Bounce the Clown.
You got this, Emu, you got this. And I'll give you. I'm going to tap out like a nice beat for you while you're doing your performance.
I kind of stand out there for a while and just kind of let it start building up, start tapping along with it, and be like, all right, everybody, this is how we're going to do this. Everybody got some food? Toss me some food. Come on, throw it here. Throw it.
Some heads of lettuce are coming out, like a whole rotisserie chicken.
I'll be grabbing them out of the air, and I'll be kind of juggling them and taking bites of them as I'm kind of doing that.
A goat haunch. makes his way
Goat
out.
hunt. Yeah, oh, that sounds good. I'm making a huge mess. Like basically, like as I'm juggling, I'm like building a mess of stuff, like this big pile in front of me as I'm doing that. I'm kind of like doing acrobatics, dancing and around it, and like juggling and spitting out into this big pile in the middle. And as I do that, I'm kind of building up more and more just a pile of trash and garbage and chewed food and everything else that I can accumulate. And I'm like going in circles to the beat and dancing. And so let me do some acrobatics and see how that does.
Sure. Yeah, give me an acrobatics check, because as you're doing this, Jellicoe, a part of the crowd, kind of disperses from the side as it kind of waves them away, and he's juggling his knives. He's got a couple of rings. He's got a couple of blades on fire, and a couple bowling pins as well. And so he's juggling about 10 different things. He's doing pretty well.
Right before he gets to his finale, I'm going to try to time it just right. So I'm going to do some little cartwheels around, and then right when I have the big pile of nasty stuff in front of me, in between me and him, I'm going to actually cast Prestidigitation, and it says you can use to clean a dirty surface or to soil a surface. So I'm going to use all the crap that I just did. I'm going to go, "Hoya!" and I'm going to basically cast Prestidigitation, try to throw it all over him, right when he's in the middle of his act.
Okay, yeah. So what the finale of his act is, as you're starting to, cast and stuff like that, a little small section of the crowd disperses, and there's like a wall, sort of like a board of several planks, about 5 or 6 boards across, and there's several balloons up there, and he starts to take his knives and he starts to throw them at the board from across the other side of the open circle. And the first couple of knives hit and break the balloons, and then you cast Prestidigitation. So
yeah, it just soils him. So I'm going to try to do it in a nice performance sort of a way. So I'll try to do a performance check, I guess.
Performance with trash. I love it.
Yeah.
But hey, that's great for a goblin, though. So I can actually see that. So why don't you?
I'll try to color coordinate it so that all the foods are in the right color coordinations to make a nice little Jackson Pollock sort of presentation all over him.
So why don't you give me a performance check to see how successful you are with the manipulation of your Mage Hand spell, and you get +2 to your roll as well. +2. And I believe Omi had a successful aid, so you can add +1, so that would be +3. No, in fact, you can add 4 because his aid was a crit. So you can add +4. 2 for you and 2 from Omi.
All right, here we go. Let's see how we go. Oh, I was on something good. I'm gonna use a hero point, actually.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna re-roll that one.
All right, sounds good. Bonuses in Pathfinder are kind of ridiculous too. You guys are level 2 with like +12s and stuff going on. I like that. Ooh.
Oh, but I forgot to add the extra.
You're +4, so that would be a 22.
There we go.
So describe what happens as you are successful and you thwart Jellicoe Bounce's performance.
Yeah, so basically it coats him and it works its way all the way up his legs, and then slowly kind of paints like a paintbrush, painting up both of his legs all the way up. And then it's like the last little part is almost like a pie going into a clown's face of just mashed up, spit up food that I've been chewing up and regurgitating for a while, and it just splatters and it just completely covers his whole face, blinding him for his last throw, so he's not able to get a good throw off on the last one.
And on the last throw, you hear a roar as he hits a cat with one of his last knives, and he misses the other 3 or 4 balloons up there. So, as the pie tin slides down his face, he takes his finger and he peels out the crap out of his eyes and he licks it, and he says, "Well done, Emu Emu."
And then I'll do a little bow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yet orthodox, you still bested me this day. And then all 3 of the performers of the celestial menagerie kind of slink back into the crowd. And then the crowd kind of gathers around you and starts cheering.
So remember, everybody, ask for VIP tickets when you get there. It's worth the extra scratch, I'm telling you.
The crowd starts chanting, VIP, VIP, VIP. And you know, you got everyone asking you for VIP tickets.
There you go, Omi.
I'll take out a whole bunch of VIP tickets and see if they want to buy some.
Buy! They're wanting free tickets. They're like, buy? What do you mean? How much? You know, people are, you guys tell them, oh, 5 gold. They're like, we can't afford 5 gold, but we'll go for free. A couple people will buy them, but that money goes to the circus, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'll let you all in on a little bit secret. And like the first 10 people in line who get a free autograph spoon, this time we're going to give away 25 free Omi Barton autographed spoons for the first 25 people in line. So be there first in line.
You got people running to the circus already. Like the crowd disperses, man. You say first, 10, 15, 25 people in line. You got the street's empty now. Everybody's dispersed.
That's a pretty good way to clear that street.
No. Good job, though.
All right.
How'd you like that impromptu performance duel? You guys weren't expecting that.
I was expecting them to cheat somehow, so that was interesting.
Well, yeah, they didn't, though. You did, though, kind of a little bit. And Jellicoe said, well played. So you guys are successful. And, the crowd disperses, and you guys are able to make it over to the Lindell farm. Well, the Lindell barn, actually. And it's just, outside of Aberton, just pretty much right off the main path.
Our stream is looking super blurry for some reason. It looks good in Zoom. I don't know. I just looked over at this stream on Twitch.
Huh. I just refreshed it, and everything looks clear to me. No, everything looks good.
So we're on to the Lindell farm?
Yeah, on to the Lindell barn, yeah.
Let's watch out for deadly plants along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deadly plants from your best friend, Prana. You guys get there to the barn, right? And here is a map. I'm going to go ahead and put all of you.
I'll be stealthing it. I have my little shield and rapier out, stealthing
You're gonna
around.
Be stealthing it. Yeah, and you guys. I'm actually going to take Splug out. So Splug will not be here. So yeah, you guys are wherever you want. You guys can, see all the way around the farm. And you guys are well out of, range of the bushes and stuff. Now, as you get there, it is just an ordinary barn. There's 2 stories to this barn. And there's lots of plant growth around the barn.
I'm going to watch the plants for quite a ways first and just see if they're moving at all or if anything jumps out at me from the plants from a distance.
Yeah, you don't see anything that looks it just doesn't pop out.
Unusual.
It doesn't look unusual. That's for sure. Okay. You actually, I'll even say this, Emu, you take time to go around
walk around.
The entirety of it. And you notice that over here on the north end of the barn.
Open a little bit. Yeah.
One of the double doors is cracked.
Okay.
But the double door over here on this side is closed. The double doors are both closed. And you guys can feel free to take your tokens and move around the map to kind of assess.
I'll stab a couple plants with my rapier as I'm going through to make sure they don't they don't move. Oh, yeah, just a bush.
You sure?
Maybe.
Isn't that line of sight cool? Love line of sight.
All right, do we go through the crack door or the other door?
Oh, there was a crack door?
Yeah, in the backside.
Maybe we should try to go through the back way.
Yeah, let's go back here this way.
Go take a peek in that door, Emu.
Okay. I'll sneak up to the door and kind of try to look through it.
Okay. So as you stealth up, as you stealth to the door, all of a sudden, just as you move to the door, all of a sudden the plants come to life, right? The shrubs. And right behind you, all of a sudden, taking you clearly by surprise, is a huge plant-like creature, which looks like this. Here's an image of it. Big toothy mauled creature, right?
Nice.
Yeah. And this thing lashes out at you. These things are dangerous looking, these big pointy teeth and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and take an attack on you.
Okay.
And it has and you're 10 foot away from it, and it still lashes out at you. And all of you see this plant come to life. So that's actually a critical miss. So
nice.
it does not do anything towards you. So why don't everybody go ahead and roll initiative now?
All right.
And you can actually use your stealth emu if you want to use that 26. Feel free to use that 26.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, because in Pathfinder, you can use whatever skill you're using at that time. So you can go ahead and use a 26, I think it is, you had. So
yep.
Look at Kang. Kang is so clutch on initiative rolls. I think Kang has had a 26 every time we rolled initiative. And I'll go ahead and I'll change your initiative. Yeah. There you go, emu. So between you and Kang, decide who wants to go first, and
I'll let Kang go first.
All right. So Kang will raise its shield.
Sure, that's one action.
He will move up, and he will swing.
All right. Third action, a 12 is a miss on this giant plant. All right, so let's go to Emu. You're up now.
Okay. I will step forward to here. Does that give it flat-footed from being across? Is it flanked or whatever?
It would have to be like this.
Okay.
Or like that.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Or you would have to be like here, and Kang would have to. It would have to be like basically a straight line without diagonals and stuff. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. All right. I think you were there, right, Kang?
Yep.
Or were you here? No, you were there, I think.
He was right there. Yeah.
And you were back here. So yeah.
Yep, that's correct. Actually, let's see. 5, 10.
And remember, there's no massive amounts of attacks of opportunity, so it's sort of like risk versus reward.
15,
by taking
20,
one.
25 to there. I'll move twice and come around behind him, and then I'll stab him.
Okay.
So now he should be flat-footed, right?
Oh, look at you. I like that. Tactics. I like it. Yeah, now it'll be flat-footed. So I'm going to go ahead and put the flat-footed effect on the creature. You are going to have to add flat-footed again on you as well, emu, because I accidentally deleted it off of your
the sneak attack
tracker
thing.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you.
There we go.
Sorry
cool.
about that.
No problem. All right, so let's see. I'll stab it with a rapier, hopefully.
There you go.
Ah.
Ooh, that's a miss also. And
that was my third action.
Your action point is gone, I think. So,
my hero point's gone.
Yeah, your hero point. Yeah, action point. Sorry, wrong game.
I should be at 25, I guess, in the order too, because I guess King's in front of me.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that. I'll switch it to 25 for combat tracker reasons. All right, let's go to Omi. You are up now.
All right, Omi's going to start playing the spoons and get everyone hyped up and use Inspire Courage.
All right. Looks like everybody
Yeah.
gets a +1 to damage, saves, all that good
And I'll
stuff.
make this lingering composition so it lasts 3 rounds.
Nice. Very nice. And that's what? 1 action, right?
Yep, that's 1 action.
That's
And
such
then
a
you see-
nice feature for 1 action. Wow.
Oh, yeah. And then with my other 2 actions, Omi starts, you see one of the spoons come off of my bandolier and start floating and spinning, and then I point and direct it at the creature as I cast a telekinetic projectile.
Okay.
Detarget all my allies. And here it goes.
Good luck.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh man,
That
we're
is a
rolling
good-
horrible today.
Yeah, is there any kind of and I think you used your hero points as well, didn't you, Omi?
Yeah, there's no crit fail thing on that, fortunately.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, fortunately for you, there's a lot of spells do have crit fail stuff, so all right. So let's see. We have the large plant here. It's going to lash out at It's going to make 2 strikes at Emu. No, it's going to make 2 strikes, 1 on Kang, 1 on Emu. They will be at -2 because of the multi-action penalty. So let's do that. Here is 1 attack. First is on Emu. And a 17 is a hit. 17 is a miss. The second attack is on Kang. And a 28 at -2 is a hit. So you are going to take some piercing damage along with some acid damage as the strike starts to burn you. So you are going to take a total of 10 damage. And you are also suffering from the grabbed condition as well. So I'm going to put grab on you. All right. So you are grabbed. All right. Let's go ahead. And that was, let's see, that was 2 actions. I think I will also do a 3rd action at -10. And I'm going to attack Emu again at -10. And a 16. Thankfully, that -10 saved you there. So Emu, you dodge 2 lashes from vines and, this big toothy maw coming at you trying to bite you. This looks like this thing may be able to swallow you, actually, by the way. This thing's huge. It's a large creature. So, Zero, you're up now. Zero going to save the day.
All right, I'm going to stay where I'm at. I'm going to cast Burning Hands, 15-foot cone.
Okay. Yeah, put a cone up there, and we'll see. Because that's going to hit allies, too, I think, right? Because there's no spell sculpting. Not that I know of.
All right, how do you...
Right-click on the map, and then click on the arrow, upper left on the radio menu. It says pointers. And then select the triangle, and then draw yourself a cone. Just like that.
All right, since I have movement, I'm going to do this.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you can use an action to definitely to do that. All right. So what kind of cone is it? Is it
It's
a 10 or 15?
Burning Hands, 15-foot cone.
Okay, that's cool. And that would be back there to you, and that'll hit just the plant. And the save is a 21 versus an 18 DC. So it's a success. Is there any kind of half damage on a successful save? Or is
I don't
it
think
just
so. I think it's
no damage at all?
That'll fall under that flat check we were talking about last week, Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know. You know, that's one thing I forgot to mention to you guys. I wrote down quite a few things on my list last week, and when I cleaned my desk off, I accidentally shredded that paper. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and skip on that one. I'll read the burning hands so it doesn't look like there's any kind of, half damage or anything. So it was successful. We'll just call it that this time, and then I will look at the... You said it's a flat check for saving throws?
Any spell that doesn't give any kind of alternate, conditions for critical success, critical fail, falls under the flat check rule. And I'm trying to look it up right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wrote that down again. I promise I won't shred it this week. So.
Yeah, I get so used to playing all these other games, so used to half damage on everything. It takes some relearning.
Yeah. I'm only going to be running Pathfinder for the foreseeable future, so this will give me the opportunity to really concentrate on just one rule set, one set of rules. So, all right. I don't know unless we start playing some 5e with the Fantasy Grounds crew. I'll kind of talk about that at the meeting Tuesday. So we'll see, boss, maybe. All right. Anyway, a little spoiler there. All right. I'll check on flat rolls and spells. All right. So let's go to round 2. Kang, you're back up.
Okay.
Surprise you there. Surprise, Doug.
So, as grab, can I still attack?
I believe you can. I believe there's a... let's check out conditions and grabbed really quick. I love the macro bar down below. You're held in place by another creature, giving you the flat-footed and immobilized condition. So you can't move. You're flat-footed, and if you attempt a manipulate action while grabbed, you must succeed at a DC 5 flat check, or it is lost. And then you got to roll the check after spending the action, but before any effects are applied. So you'd have to spend an action to roll you'd have to do the DC 5 check first to see if you can use the manipulate action, and then I guess you can use a strength to try to break free.
Okay, so the first thing I would want to do is raise my shield.
Well, your shield was already raised, right? So you're going to raise it again for the next round.
Right.
Okay, sounds good. There's one action.
And then I want to attack.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, you're flat-footed, so I believe the bonus the negative modifier will already be added in there. So I'm also going to read more on grabbed as well, because I know that there's a little section on there. Okay, so you attack with your 9-ring sword, and it is a miss on the plant. So you still have one more action left. So if you want to do a second attack at -5, feel free to. All right, and that is a critical miss. So that is it for your turn. Well, this thing's pretty tough. Emu, you're up.
Hopefully we can start rolling better. Let's see.
And it was flat-footed too. So basically, it negates your 2 flat-footeds basically negated themselves. So.
All right, so I'll try to poke it again. Oh my gosh!
That's a bad roll. You guys are really rolling bad. Last week you guys were
roll the second one.
The attack. Let's see if it's a hit. It's a miss.
Yeah, missed. Dang it. Yep. All right, and then I will raise my shield for my third action.
All right, very good.
And I'm done.
You guys do need Splug, I think. Oh, boy.
I'm going to change my dice color.
Yeah, there you go. Omi, you're up now.
All right, seeing my companion struggle, I'm going to go ahead and do a 3-action magic missile and try to pump some damage into this thing.
That's guaranteed, bud. That's guaranteed. Magic missile is one of the best spells of all time. Oh, but it's wearing a brooch, so it absorbs it. No, I'm just kidding. It's not wearing a brooch. So the first missile does 3, 4, and 4 for a total of 11 damage to the big carnivorous plant, because it is definitely a flesh eater, because it's trying to eat you guys. So let's go to. It's going to do another 2 hours.